welcome to my Dragon Studio and Dragon HQ. I'm Caroline Mitchell, the original Dragon Lady. And I was wondering what to talk about today. And I often get asked how many dragons I work with. And it's like, well, at one time I worked with quite a lot. When I was creating the deck, the Dragon Path Oracle, initially I had over 40 dragons. All did different things, and over time they merged or sort of were taken out of the equation or whatever, certainly when it came to creating the deck. And I sort of worked with them on and off for quite some time. Now, these days I seem to have sort of 4 main guides, and they all have very different roles. So our dragons, when it comes to dragons and what they do, I often think that they're a bit like spirit guides. So we'll have our dragons that we work with all the time. So we have like our guardian dragons, and they've been with us forever. And then we'll maybe have a teacher or a healing guide or whatever. And the dragons seem to fall into the same kind of categories. I've got one Pacific dragon who's known as Joshua the Speaker. And he only comes in when he's got a message for mankind. And that could be a quote, or it can be a lesson or something like that. But it's generally something that is based for us all to learn. So it's like a human, for the whole of humanity. He pops in and pops out, and he's quite rare to be around. And then I've got Gerald with 2 R's, who seems to be my main teacher guide. And I've got a couple of others as well. And behind that, there are other dragons coming in, other energies coming in. And I'm often asked, well, how many dragons are there? There are as many dragons as there are stars in the sky, I'm told. So they're infinite. They've been around for ever. They were a part of the they helped create the world. There's so many theories and stories and differing opinions on dragon and what they do and don't do. You know, you've got dragon magic. There's dragon healing. The topic of dragon is absolutely vast. And then you've got there's the oracle decks that are out. So ultimately, the dragons are here to help us, to guide us, to teach us. But what's interesting with dragon is that they won't do it for you. They will show you, they'll guide you. I had an instance yesterday. I was driving home from Avebury, and I know there's another deck in the making. And I was sort of perusing, because it's quite a long drive, and I was sort of perusing who would be the first energy that I'd connect to. And so this energy came in. It's like, okay, that's interesting. Wasn't expecting that. And then I came around a bend, and there was a huge red kite sat on the road eating carrion, and thankfully I was going quite slowly, and I was taking it out, and I managed to slow down enough, and this kite took off, and got a 6-foot wingspan, they're huge, and she took off, and she flew along in front of the car for about 100, maybe 200 yards. And I thought, okay, what's the message about her and this new energy and kite? And so when I got back, I did some research, and it was really interesting. And the feeling that I got from kite was one of resilience, of adaptability. And so this is how the dragons show us. They'll show us through specific forms or specific scenarios or experiences. Now, this morning when I was out walking Molly Dog, now those of you that follow my Facebook page will know about Molly Dog. And again, I was thinking about the same energy that I was working with yesterday, and wondering what the message is going to be today. And because I find that when I work with a new dragon or new energy, I tend to work with it for about a week. And I was walking along the track. Now, I've walked this track nearly every day for 7 years. And for the first time, I noticed apples on the track. And it's like, well, where have they come from? So I was looking around for the apple tree. I eventually spotted it. And I thought, how did I not notice these apples before? I've walked this track almost daily for 7 years. How could I not have seen them before in the autumn as windfalls? I thought, okay, so how does apple connect into this energy? No, it doesn't actually. There's another energy coming in completely. So having now two to work with. So I just thought I'd come on and share with you, just only a little bit, about how dragons work and how they show and guide us. So they don't come in, no energy on a spiritual level come in banging of cymbals and bashing of drums. It's always subtle. But what the dragons teach you is to look and listen. And so this morning it was apples, yesterday it was a red kite. Both are very appropriate for me and for the work that I'm going to be doing, and I hope creating with another deck. And it's like, okay, just watch this space and how it's going to happen. So that's all I want to say. It's only a quick one. So much love from me and dragon clans, obviously, because there's the clans as well within the deck. Within these guys, there's 4 clans. There are more than 4 clans, by the way, but that's what's included in this deck. So that's all I want to come on and say. Look for messages from the dragons. If you want to connect to your dragon, look for messages, and often through nature, as a lot of spirit works in the same way. So I'm going to love you and leave you. Dragon love. Any questions? As always, put your comments below. Love to hear what you've got to say, what your experiences are, what your thoughts are. And if you like the video on my channel, subscribe. Do the old like button. You know the kind of thing that has to go on YouTube. And I shall see you next time. Bye for now.